The lady then began narrating the second part of the story to the goldsmith's widow. Once upon a time there lived a king in a city. One day he told his minister to pack up his hunting gear. Once the minister had gathered the gear, the king and his entourage left to the forest. The daughter of the king and the daughter of the minister went along as well. After a long while, they reached a forest and unpacked their gear. The hunting party was tired from the long march and decided to rest and eat lunch. During this, a severe tempest with furious wind struck the area where the party was gathered, and people were blown miles away from each other. After the storm was over, all the people in the party gathered together and found each other, all except for the two girls. The party members searched all over the place for a long time with no sight of the two girls. The king at this point decided that most important thing was to return to the kingdom, and he left behind a smaller group to continue the search for the girls. The two girls were in the meantime terrified and scared for being separated from their parents and started to cry, so much so that they eventually fell asleep crying. In their sleep, they saw a masked lady with a brilliant aura approach them and tell them that if they make a vow to listen to the story of Janab Sayyida after they are reunited with their parents, they will be saved. The girls, upon awakening, narrated the same dream to each other and decided that it must have been a true dream if both of them saw the same thing. They then made the vow to listen to the story. Coincidentally, after the king left, another king with his entourage arrived at the same forest for a hunt as well. This king ordered his minister to search for water, and the minister, in his search for water, happened upon a hill where the two girls were and was astonished to see them. The minister reported the incident to the king, and the king asked the minister to ask the girls to come with them. The girls and the king's entourage returned to the king's kingdom. The girls stayed at this king's place for a few days, when the king sent a message to the first king that he had found the two girls in the forest. The first king, upon hearing this news, immediately asked for the return of the two girls. The second king replied that wouldn't it be mutually beneficial to have the two girls married to the son of the second king and the son of the second king's minister? The first king pondered over the matter and eventually agreed. The two girls were then returned to their homes and were very happy upon meeting their parents. Both the girls were then married, and the two brides then left in a procession with their in-laws. Coincidentally, one of the girls' expensive wedding gift, a vessel, was left behind, and halfway through the distance, the wedding party stopped to look for it. As they could not find it, the king sent a guard to go back to the girls' kingdom and bring the vessel back. The guard, when he reached the palace of the girls, found it to be completely deserted with nothing there except for the expensive vessel. The guard, when he approached the vessel, was harassed by a snake hiding inside the vessel. He tried a lot but could not get the snake out of the vessel. The guard then returned to the king and told him of the event. Upon hearing this, the king was very surprised and angry and said to the girls that you two are both magicians and you will be executed in the morning. The girls, upon hearing this, were shocked and cried a lot, and eventually fell unconscious from the shock and worry. They thought that at one moment they are celebrating their wedding, and on the next they are in their jail cells. The girls were sleeping when they had another dream where the same holy lady approached them and told them that their troubles were caused by not listening to the story of Janab Sayyida, and they could be resolved if they completed their vows and listened to the event of Janab Sayyida. The girls responded that they had no money to buy sweets. The holy lady informed the girls that tied in the veil of the princess there were some coins they could use. Upon awakening, the two girls narrated the same dreams to each other and found the coins. They somehow gathered some sweets and then listened to the event of Janabe Sayyida. In the morning, the executioner approached the jail cell. The two girls pleaded him that they wanted to talk to the king once again. They pleaded with the king to once again have the matter verified by sending another messenger to the kingdom. The king agreed to this request, and when the messenger arrived at the girls' parents' kingdom, he found everything back to normal. The king at this kingdom gave the precious vessel to the messenger, and the messenger reported everything back to his king. The king then questioned the girls as to what this miracle was. The girls narrated and told them about the unfulfilled vow and how they had completed it. The king believed the two girls with full heart and vowed that he himself would listen to the event of Janabe Sayyida. He then ordered that the two girls be brought back to their kingdom with the utmost respect and comfort. After narrating the story, the noble lady who was narrating the event to the goldsmith's widow disappeared. After the widow returned back to her town, she saw that all the people who had thought the story was rubbish or had denied the request of the widow to listen to it were afflicted by various maladies and their homes were on fire.